Welcome to Valor Mindex, and here we explore powerful ideas to sharpen your mind and transform your life. If you're ready to grow, imagine this. A guy quits a six-figure Wall Street job, packs up his car with his wife, and drives across the country to chase a crazy idea. No money, no guarantees, just a dream about selling books on this new thing called the Internet. That guy's name? Jeff Bezos. And that crazy idea? It became Amazon. Now let me ask you, would you risk everything you've worked for just to chase something that exists only in your head? Most people won't, but Jeff did. And that's why you know his name today. So why does this story matter to you? Because it's not really about Amazon. It's about what's possible when you start with nothing and refuse to quit. And if you're serious about building your own version of success, this story has lessons you can use right now. Let's break it down. First lesson, bet on the future, not just the present. Back in the early 1990s, the internet was tiny. Most people didn't even know what it was. But Jeff read a stat that changed everything. Internet usage was growing at 2,300% per year. Think about that. Everyone else was laughing at the nerdy web, but Jeff saw the future. He asked himself one simple question: what business will definitely be bigger tomorrow than it is today? His answer was online commerce. So he made the move. He started with books because they were easy to ship, cheap to stock, and there were millions of titles. But the bigger picture? He wasn't building a bookstore. He was building the everything store. Here's what you can take from that. Stop focusing only on what's hot right now. Look for the long game. Look for what's guaranteed to grow. Whether that's AI, renewable energy, digital education, ask yourself, what will the world definitely need tomorrow? And then bet on it. Second lesson, start small but think big. Amazon's first office wasn't some shiny Silicon Valley building, it was Jeff's garage in Seattle. The desks were made from cheap wooden doors. His staff meetings were basically him and two employees crammed into the space. But here's the twist. Even while shipping books by hand, Jeff was already dreaming bigger. His mission statement wasn't about selling books. It was about becoming the most customer-centric company in the world. That's the mindset difference. Most people say, I'll think big once I succeed. Jeff flipped it. He thought big from day one, even while his company was still microscopic. What about you? You don't need the perfect office. You don't need endless resources. You just need the courage to start small while keeping your eyes locked on the bigger picture. Build the garage version of your dream, but keep the skyscraper vision alive in your head. Third lesson, embrace failure as part of the process. Here's something most people forget. For every Amazon Prime, Kindle, or AWS, there were failures, big ones. Remember the Fire Phone? A total disaster. Billions lost. But did Jeff crawl into a corner and quit? No. He called failure the price of admission to success. He once said, "If you know it's going to work, it's not an experiment." That's powerful. Because it means if you're trying to play safe all the time, you're not innovating. You're not learning. You're not growing. So let me ask you this. What failure are you running from right now? That project you abandoned? That side hustle you gave up on? Maybe that was just the tuition fee you had to pay for your real success. Fourth lesson. Obsession with the customer beats obsession with competition. While other companies were watching their rivals, Amazon was watching you, the customer. Jeff's mantra was simple. Start with the customer and work backward. That's why Amazon built 2-day delivery. That's why they created reviews. That's why they keep making shopping easier. Too many of us get caught up in comparing ourselves. What's he doing? What's she doing? But the real winners, they focus on serving people better than anyone else. So whatever your path, business, career, content creation, ask yourself, how can I give people what they actually want? How can I serve them so well they never forget me? Now here's the takeaway. Jeff Bezos didn't wake up one morning with billions in his bank account. He took risks. He thought long-term. He embraced failure. And he focused on people. That's the blueprint. And it's not just for billionaires. It's for anyone who wants to turn nothing into something. So the next time you think your dream is too crazy, too far-fetched, or too impossible, remember the guy who drove across America with nothing but a laptop, a car full of books, and a vision. And then ask yourself, what's my Amazon? If this story gave you a spark, don't just let it fade. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the dream you'd risk everything for? Hit that like button if you're ready to start building your own version of Amazon. And of course, subscribe so you never miss the mindset shifts that can change your life. Because remember, success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who build.